The fangs pass centimeters from my head. The sand explodes as something emerges from the ground. I throw myself backward. A thick body covered in scales slides out of the dune in front of me. Fixed eyes, triangular head, the horned viper. If I run, it sees me. If I stay, it catches me. My stinger slowly rises above my body. Hers too. But to understand how I ended up in this situation, we need to go back a few hours. Long before the snake, long before the heat, even before the sun rises. Night still covers the Sahara when I leave my shelter. A narrow crack between two limestone rocks. For you, just a fissure in the rock. For me, a fortress. During the night, the sand becomes cold, silent, alive. For creatures my size, the world is gigantic. A small stone is a wall. A dry leaf looks like a mountain. A drop of dew can become a lake. I move slowly across the sand. My 8 legs make almost no sound. My stinger remains raised, always ready. My name is Androcontinus australis. Some call me the Death Stalker. I am only 8 centimeters long, but my venom can stop a man's heart. Even so, here in the desert, I am not the most dangerous, not even close. My goal today is simple. Find food, store energy, and survive until the next night. It sounds easy. It isn't, because in the desert, no one hunts alone. I feel it before I see it. Small vibrations crossing the sand. 1, 2, 10, 100. The ground begins to tremble beneath my legs. Then I see them. Ants. A black column crosses the dune. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands. Desert ants marching like a living army. Individually, they are small, but together they can dismantle any creature my size. Open mandibles, agitated antennae. They are not hunting, but if I stay in their path, I become food. I step backward slowly, 1 centimeter at a time. My stinger remains raised, always ready. The first ones pass beside me, then dozens, then hundreds. A living avalanche of legs and mandibles. If one of them touches me, the others follow the scent. But today, I am not the target. The column moves on. It disappears into the dune. First danger of the day, overcome, for now. The horizon begins to brighten. The sun is coming, and that changes everything. When the sun rises in the Sahara, the desert transforms. The sand begins to heat up, first warm, then hot, then deadly. Each grain can exceed 100 degrees. If I stay exposed too long, my own body begins to cook. I need to find food, and fast. Then I see movement. A small beetle walking over a rock. Slow, carefree, perfect. I approach slowly. My legs barely touch the sand. 3 steps, 2 steps, 1 step. Attack! Suddenly, psh! A hot explosion hits my face. A chemical cloud bursts into the air. I retreat immediately, shaking my pedipalps. The bombardier beetle, one of the few insects on the planet that fires chemical explosions as defense. Inside its body, 2 substances react and produce intense heat. The mixture shoots out almost boiling, nearly 100 degrees. If it had hit my eyes, I would have been finished. When I look again, the beetle has already disappeared. Point for him. Not every prey in the desert is weak. The sun climbs higher. The sand now burns my legs. I need shade. And then I feel another vibration. Heavier, slower. Something big moves beneath the sand. I stop. I listen. Silence. Maybe it was the wind. Maybe not. I keep walking. But now, more alert. Something in the desert has changed. The wind begins softly, almost pleasant, but in the Sahara, that never lasts. The horizon begins to turn orange. It's not sunset, it's sand. A wall of dust advances over the dunes. The simoom, a hot storm capable of burying animals alive. I need shelter, now. I run as fast as my 8 legs allow. The sand begins to fly. Grains hit my body like tiny stones. I see a rock ahead. At its base, there's a crack. Small, narrow, perfect. I slip into it just as the storm arrives. And then, the world disappears. For 40 minutes, there is only wind, sand, and darkness. I do not move. In the desert, patience is not a virtue, it is survival. When the wind finally passes, the world is changed. The dunes have moved. The ground has disappeared. The desert is never the same twice. I leave the crack, and immediately I sense something. Another presence. A long shadow slides across the sand. A giant centipede. Segmented body, dozens of legs, venomous mandibles. It sees me. I see it. 2 predators, 2 venoms. One mistake, and it's over. It attacks first, a strike fast as a whip. I jump aside, by centimeters. My tail fires, stinger ready. But it retreats. Maybe I'm not worth the risk. After a few seconds of tension, it disappears among the grains of sand. I remain with the shadow, but something still bothers me. Throughout the whole day, I keep feeling strange vibrations, distant movements, something big following me. The sun begins to fall on the horizon. Finally, the sand begins to cool, and then I see it. Marks on the dune. 2 parallel lines crossing the sand. A strange pattern. Zigzag. Sidewinding. Side movement. Only one animal leaves tracks like that. The Sahara horned viper. It wasn't here before. These marks were new. Very new. And then I notice something worse. They are not crossing my path. They are following me. And now, we return to the moment when everything began. The fangs pass centimeters from my head. The viper emerges from the sand in front of me. Fixed eyes. Its tongue tasting the air. It strikes. I throw myself backward. The fangs scrape the tip of my tail. It misses by millimeters. I run. My legs slide across the sand. It slides behind me. Faster, more silent. I see a rock ahead. A crack too small for its body. My only chance. I jump and slip into the opening. The snake hits the rock with force. Sand flies, but it cannot enter. I remain motionless. Stinger raised. Waiting. 5 minutes. 10. 15. Silence. When I finally come out, the desert is calm again. The moon rises in the sky. The Sahara cools. Now the desert belongs to the small creatures. Creatures like me. To many, I am just a scorpion. 8 centimeters of stinger and legs. But today I survived. An army of ants. A chemical explosion. A sandstorm. A duel with a centipede. And a desert viper. In the Sahara, that is already a victory. Because tomorrow, the desert will try again. And so will I.